Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Detroit Lions. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. Charles to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
He had the numbers of a game last week that about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Here's the offensive unit. Max's parents liked him so much they put an extra X on the end.
And they could do that because they saw something before the rest of us. They saw the potential of Max Williams, and it's coming to realization now in the NFL. A really good tight end with a little bit of speed.
He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. A look now at the starters on the defensive side for the Lions. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
From just shy of midfield, Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Minshew. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Got his man, it's Arcega-Whiteside. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to it. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Gurley. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He finds Dorsett. It's complete.
Here we go. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got the hook up to Miller. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Minshew on first and 10. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The numbers for Williams a week ago: 6 catches, 75 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to second and 4. From the 35 on second down. Minshew over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jerick McKinnon there. And it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. He finds McKinnon complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Scott Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the 2nd drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going.
And now Garoppolo lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Minshew. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Minshew. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. They run. It's Gurley. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Minshew. And his throw here's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far, 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
McManus's point after is good, and that will get him one closer. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there. Check it up nicely. Good English on that punt. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. To throw on 2nd and 6. Minshew looking for his running back, and he's got him. 7 yards there and a first down. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down.
60 Pittsburgh. 59. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 20-yard line.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Minshew sets to throw, and that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Lions will take over.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Dorsett making the catch. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 22. Garoppolo now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo, and he fires one incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Dorsett's got it, and he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. that one a gain of 20 and a first down. The Lions will use the first of their with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On first down, Garoppolo toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo again. And that is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lutz puts this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Oh, heavy Lion pressure here, and they block it. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. In for the score as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And oh, it's blocked. The Steelers get it. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kerryon Johnson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Let's go, folks.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
Here we go.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 42. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Gurley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And this is incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. But now it'll be 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense made nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. He's got it to Williams. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That one complete. He finds Sharp. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. This play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Minshew, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Go! 94. Go down.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Got his man. It's Williams. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what did they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how did they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And got his man. Complete. A big pickup of 38. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And now he'll tuck it and run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to go up top. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 22 yards there, a first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. From the gun, Minshew to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, Minshew looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Minshew, 1st and 10. It's complete to Williams. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Go there. 15-1. 15-1. It's a gain of 10. First down, Pittsburgh.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Out of the gun is Minshew. This is caught by Williams. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Minshew. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Minshew sets to throw, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Randall Cobb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And that's caught inside the 30. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Garoppolo again. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 16 yards, a 1st down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Another try on 2nd down with Gurley. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Garoppolo. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Lutz with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it.
It's a foot race. Past the 20. 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jerick McKinnon, 76 yards, as his guys have now moved out in front. So minutes after giving up the lead in the fourth quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side. Though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. Garoppolo now, first down throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Here we go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. For it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They'll run on first down. Johnson. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
70, Indy.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
60 Pittsburgh. 59 smoke, 59 smoke. Check, 59. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Game offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Oh, we got it. We got it. Good job, team.
Well, partner, still a head-scratcher to me how this one ended, down 3. I just thought, no matter the situation, you're in a spot where you can kick that field goal, go to overtime. Why not do it?
And this is where I think the analytics guys are going to continue to get more and more traction in the league. We've talked about different people now saying, I need a game management coach, someone in the booth to take the emotion out of it. Did they lose track of where they were on the clock, right? Did they lose track of where they were on the field? Was it makeable for their kicker? All those things come into play here, and it turns out they don't get it done.
So for the Steelers, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.